Happy Monday. I hope things are already off to a great start for you this week. I wanted to come to you from a road trip. My wife, Melissa, and I are celebrating our 30th anniversary this week. And so we are in Ashland, Oregon right now in Lithia Park. If you've never been here before, it's beautiful. Last night we got to see the deer walking through here, and a guy was just randomly playing a harp. And it was just a great experience. And today we're continuing on our road trip down toward the San Francisco area where we spent our honeymoon 30 years ago. But I wanted to just share with you a few encouraging thoughts today. My question for you is, what are you responsible for? Because this is always one of the big questions with leadership. If you're a movement maker, a spiritual leader, you're always wondering, man, what are the things? What's the big list? It changes, it shifts. But I want to come at it from the angle of CEO today. Just the idea that you are the CEO of whatever endeavor God has given you responsibility for. And that could look different for different seasons. It's always unique to every job or assignment. But overall, leadership is really pretty consistent, pretty similar in all disciplines, really. In every venture, there's a lot of through lines to it. And so today, the thing I want to kind of tease is, yes, you're the chief executive officer of whatever God has put in your lap, where you've got the responsibility to take it from vision to execution. That really is the job. If you're the leader, yeah, your team is looking to you for the clarity of in execution. How do we get it done? How do we do our jobs? But there are a few other letters that we can, or a few other words we can swap in for that letter E. And so I want to just play around with those for just a couple of minutes. One of them is you're the chief encouragement officer. You're not just the chief executive officer, you're the chief encouragement officer. Nobody's going to bring it like you do with encouragement or set that tone. I mean, the truth is, like, sometimes people just need you to be an encourager. It's maybe not about the mission. Sometimes it's also about the morale. And how do you be somebody who brings encouragement into everything that you do? I realize that sometimes as the CEO, as the leader, you feel like you got to hold people accountable. And so you want to have that serious tone. But it's also possible to do that through encouragement. You can be an encouraging leader that also executes. And I think that's a really important thing to realize. Who around you needs your words to lift their spirits? What culture are you creating with your tone and your presence? Question, who can you text right now with just a 10-second encouragement that will make their day? You may not even realize how important your words are, how important your presence and your tone are. But consider this. You're the chief encouragement officer. Another one, you're the chief energy officer. You either bring the energy or you don't. The energy of your company, organization, church, mission org, team, group depends on you. It rises and falls on you. You are the energy setter. You're the pace setter with energy. And you're responsible for managing and multiplying the energy in the room. The question is, are you showing up with passion, with clarity, with hope? And really, if you want to go back a step further, what is it that builds or drains energy for you? Are you paying attention to that? Do you know that? Are you aware of how you can re-energize yourself so that you then have your tank filled, so you can come to the room with energy, you can come to the meeting, you can come to the phone call, you can come to that crucial conversation with energy, that presentation with energy? And as a pastor who I speak 3 times every Sunday at least, and sometimes other times on the weekend, I recognize that by the time I get to my noon service on Sunday, and it's been a long morning, we start early, that I've got to make sure I still have energy in the tank. Yesterday, I was teaching, and I noticed that my voice started to give out a little bit in the 3rd service. Well, we'd already had a big event on Saturday night, and then I had the services on Sunday. And so it was up to me to manage that. And I remembered that I had not drank enough water in the morning. And so by the time my 3rd service came, that started to happen. And, it's stuff we all have to pay attention to. So same thing goes with energy. Number 3, expectations. Expectations, super important. When you think about CEO, you are the chief executive officer. Yes, you're also the chief encouragement officer. You're also the chief energy officer. You're also the chief expectations officer. Unspoken expectations are a breeding ground for disappointment. As a leader, clarity is kindness. We've heard this. This is kind of a common phrase being thrown around right now in our culture. But it's so true. Clarity is kindness, to go, this is what I expect from you. This is what we expect from one another. Values are nothing more than just a statement of what we expect about how we're going to treat each other. And we know that organizations who've clarified their vision, their mission, their values, they're healthier. Vision is just an expectation of where we're going with our dream. Mission is just an expectation of what we're doing with our time. And these are all important things to know. What is one conversation? Here's a question. What's one conversation you've been avoiding where you need to clarify expectations just for the sake of your team? Be kind, be clear. That's an important piece to the CEO role, right? Chief Expectations Officer. Last one I want to give you today, just for a few minutes of encouragement, is Chief Elevation Officer. I like this. I always love the word elevation. Maybe from the U2 song, I'm not sure. But I love the idea that my life, I want it to feel like people, when they come to me, they're coming up to an elevator and they're pushing the up button. They know they're going to go up. They know that whatever engagement we have, whatever contract we have, whatever coaching agreement, whatever service they sit in, whatever room they're in, whatever just friendship this is, that it's an elevating one. I want to be an elevator for people. And you are the Chief Elevation Officer of your endeavor. However many people on your team, you get one person on your team maybe. Well, that person is counting on you to take them up a level. If it's your kids, imagine this. If maybe your team is your family, and they are counting on you. It's like the moment that they leave the house for the day, and maybe you're the last person they talk to. My question is always in those moments, like, what does that engagement do for them? Like, do they go up a level? Do they go, oh, they believe in me, that person believes in me, oh, I got that hug I really needed, oh, that was just a word of direction that I needed. It was that smile, it was that pat on the back, it was that high five, it was the little things that elevated me. They believed in me, they knew I could do it. Those are the important moments in our leadership life. You don't just lead people where they are, you help lift them to where they're called to be. So question for you on this is, who is ready for more but just needs your invitation, your challenge, or your belief to rise up? That's really, at the end of the day, what we do as leaders, is we lift people. Well, I hope these things have been helpful to you, just to think about what's your week look like, and all your engagements and all your responsibilities. Maybe filter it a little bit more this week through this lens of CEO of a few things. Important things that God has for you to do as a leader. And I hope you have an awesome week. Yeah, I want you to know I'm looking for 5 new clients that I can help coach. And so if you're interested in high performance coaching, if you're interested in next level church or leader coaching, I can help you. I'd love to. Just reach out and let me know if you would like to chat. We can get on the phone and talk it through. But I appreciate having you on this group, and want to encourage you to have a great week. God bless you.